the question of the cake comes to mind. As far as I'm concerned, I find it quite hard for my son to only have a little slither of cake. So I came up with a dessert that I think that you will enjoy. It's a panna cotta with some raspberry coulis. It's a big hit for us. My boys absolutely love it. Make them in these little pots, and you could all share it together. You can put your candles on it if you wanted. It's a wonderful dish to just all share together. I'm hoping you will like it, but I'm pretty sure you will. Shall we start? Let's go. You have only 5 ingredients: milk, cream, vanilla, and some agar-agar. I have used agar-agar because I like it. If you wanted to, you could use normal gelatin. I mean, this is not a problem at all. First things first, you want to put 1 liter of cream into a dish. And you want to put it at a medium temperature, not too high at all at the beginning, because you want the vanilla to infuse in your pan. So you leave it like this, and then you want to add your vanilla pot. You want to let it cook gently, then maybe when the milk starts to get a little bit warm, what we have to do is you take out the vanilla pot and you slice them in two, get rid of the insides of the little like that black paste sort of thing, and you put it back in. And then you wait for it to start bubbling, just a little bit, start bubbling, then you stop the heat, and then you will add the like the agar-agar or the gelatin. Depending on the brand that you buy, they will have different, maybe 1 packet is enough for 500 milliliters, or 1 packet is enough for 250, so you just have to watch out. You leave it to rest, just mix it once more. Now what you need to do is fish again for the vanilla pots, and then this time you can discard them. You need to let your creamy milk cool a little bit before you transfer it in. For me, I use this this pot, because I think it's easier then to pour it into the little glasses. This is what I'm using. There is enough for 1.5 liters in here. So when the milk has cooled down, maybe in like 5 minutes, something like this, I will transfer it to here, and then we'll put it into the glasses. I'm such a messy cook that I need to do it in the sink, otherwise there will be some everywhere on the table. So I've got my the kind of pot in here, and then I need to transfer this to here. So I have the milk and the glasses. Now what I need to do is try and put the same amount in all of your glasses, so that you don't have to worry, so that you'll know the carb content of each glass once you've done it. I have here 15 little glasses. This is where I am putting my little panna cotta. I'm not showing you my whole fridge because I'm not too proud of it, it's a bit messy. But anyway, you leave it in there and it will cool down quickly. Put it in the fridge, half an hour, 45 minutes. And then in the meantime, we're going to do the coulis. If you enjoy my videos and enjoy the content in it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It actually is very helpful. And not only does it make me happy to see that you are getting something out of it, and I can help you with your carb content and the recipes. I'm using actually frozen raspberries. I buy them in Costco. They have these huge bags of raspberries. I use for my recipe here 500 grams. And then what you want to do is you want to mix it a little bit so that it breaks it down, especially if it's still a little bit frozen. and then we have to sieve it. I'll show you. So two things. Number one, very important. Be very careful when you put your the raspberries inside your sieve, so that you don't want the little pips inside the coulis. Be very careful, because it happened to me just before I made this, so that the actual little pips of the raspberry doesn't go through. But two, you want to weigh the coulis, because since we are not using all of the fruits that we have put, you know, I remember I used to have 500 grams, but I'm going to check and tell you how much it's worth now. But the whole of this I am not using, because it's all the pips in it. I'll have obviously less carbohydrates than you would have in 500 grams, because we're not using everything. To weigh your coulis, I know it sounds obvious, but you know, sometimes you forget. Anyway, put your scale at 0 and then you put everything in it. And in my case, it's 324 grams. So you have to put it on a piece of paper, so that when later on we do the carb content, then you will remember. What I use for the coulis, because I use this. Normally you use that, I think, for roast beef or something like this. Well, for me, I found a new use for it, because I would never use it when I would be cooking roast beef. But I put in here the coulis, and it's brilliant, because you just do this and it goes into your little pot. It's not messy, it's quite good. But obviously, if you don't have that, you can use a spoon to do it. This is fine as well. So you want to try and put, like you did for the panna cotta, you want to try and put a similar amount in every single glass. The truth about this recipe is it calls for 50 grams of sugar. Now, I normally put it, for my boys, I count the carbs at the end, you know, I add the carbs to what I'm giving you today. Obviously, it's entirely up to you whether you want absolutely no sugar, then this is the recipe for you and this is good. But if you wanted to add a bit of sugar, then 50 grams is how much you should put for this recipe. With your lovely dish, look at that. Now, I don't know what you think, but I am actually very proud of it. I think it looks lovely. And I think that for a birthday party, I think it does look very nice. So I hope you like it too. Now, if it's for a birthday party and you want to make it extra special, I have here little bits of blueberries. So I'm putting them on top like that, which I think looks quite sweet. Or you could add, put another raspberry on top like this. My blueberries here are frozen, so they don't look as nice, but if you get the ones that are fresh, I think it will be lovely. Or if you want to become extravagant, you can put a little bit of cream. Look. Look at that. A little bit of cream with a raspberry on top. Obviously, you can make your own cream if you wanted your... this is one that I bought, it's one like this, but if you want absolutely no sugar, you can make your own. You know, you buy the cream that you can actually fluff up yourself, and you can make it too. So all in all, I think it's really sweet. As you can tell, I am very happy with myself. You can use any fruit you want. If you wanted to use blueberries or mango, or anything that you can mash. Make it a fruit puree. Just have to remember the carb content of each fruit. Now, let's talk about carbohydrates. Calculated the carb content in it, and you only have to calculate the fruits, the milk, and the cream. So 7.4 rations, or 74 grams of carbohydrate. 0.49, so let's say 0.5 rations per little pot. 5 grams of carbohydrates for each pot that I have made. As far as I'm concerned, this is nothing. You can have, you know, 1 or 2 or even 3 compared to having a birthday cake for 15 grams of carbohydrates. You can have 3 little pots of my dish. First of all, as I said in my previous video, I went to see a great lady called Carla Meneses, who is actually a nutritionist. She's been helping me from the beginning with my son's diabetes. She's absolutely brilliant, and she's very knowledgeable about diabetes and food. So she taught me about something that I did not know. I mean, I knew that fat was making your blood sugar after a few hours go up, you know, even if you put enough insulin to cover it, then after the 2 hours it would start going up again. And she explained to me why. And basically in Spain they call it UGP, which is the unit fat protein. And every unit of this fat protein, every one, makes your blood sugar go up after 3 hours. So that's why when people eat pizzas, for example, as there is a lot of cheese in it and maybe protein in it as well, the blood sugar is okay for the 2 hours that you've bolused for, and then at the 3rd or 4th hour, it goes up. So in this instance, for the little kuli that I have done, every single one of these little glasses has got a unit fat protein of 1.5. That means that your blood sugar, if you bolus for it normally, you know, if you bolus for it, after the 3 hour mark, it will start going up. Depending how much of my panna cotta you are going to eat, after the 3 hour mark, it will tend to increase your blood sugar. So maybe go for a walk, or put insulin again, or but maybe do something after. Now, I hope you've liked it. I hope you've enjoyed this. I will see you next time, my friends. You take care. Bye.
Good boy.